Hey everyone, Tamika here, and I'm so excited to be coming to you live so that way I can give you all of my best tips and tricks when it comes to cold messaging. Okay, so that is the last time that I'm going to refer to this as that because I like to call them just a reach out message. Okay, if your heart's not cold, your message that you're sending to someone is not cold. Our job is to help people find products that are going to help benefit their lives. And so the more people we can connect to and reach out with, the more people we're going to be able to help, right? So as you're hopping on, say hello, tell me where you're watching from, how long have you been in the business? I'd love to connect a little bit more with you guys while I'm here. And if you have any questions with what I'm talking about, you can go ahead and drop them in the chat and I'll try to get to them when I can. But you guys, I've been in this business for almost 6 years now. I'm a triple diamond leader. Prior to starting this, I was a high school math teacher and soccer coach. I was able to replace my income, and now I get to work full-time from home, and I'm a mom of two. I do CrossFit, and I just love this business so much. And so for me personally, I would not be where I am today if somebody didn't ask me. And so there's so much power in the ask. And so I just want to give you guys a couple of guidelines when I'm sending these reach out messages. Is number one, I never message somebody I just barely became friends with unless if I feel it in my heart of hearts that it's like this was meant to be, and I let them know like, hey, I normally don't do this, but I had to reach out to you. Okay, so number one, I don't message people who I just barely became friends with. I interact, I engage with them for a couple of weeks, a couple of months until I feel like it's the right time to reach out to them. Okay. Number two is like I said, I never messaged with a cold heart. I messaged with the intent to help people. Okay. I'm not trying to get customers. I'm trying to help them find the product that's right for them. And it may not be the right time. It may not be the right product right now. It may not be the right something, but I'm messaging with the intent to help, not to just necessarily get a customer. Okay. And then my last rule of thumb is before I send out any of these messages, I always go and check their page. Okay. I scroll through their page. I comment. I kind of get a feeling. Should I ask them about products? Should I ask them about the business before I send any messages? So if you guys follow those 3 rules before you're sending out these reach out messages, it's going to really set you up for success. Okay. So number one, you're messaging with the intent to help. Okay. You don't have a cold heart. Number 2, you're not messaging a brand new friend that just added you. And number 3 is that you always check out their page before you go and message them. Okay. So follow those 3 things. Now, I shared in the post earlier today, I got it up right here so that way I can reference back to it so you can go and scroll up to that and you can get my script and the picture that I send. But what I've done is I've printed my Facebook friends list. And why I love to do this is because it sorts them from who you've been friends with longest. And so it saves it onto a zip file onto your computer. And then from there, I just copy and pasted it into a Word document. And then I put it in 4 columns. I am OCD. I am green color personality type. And so this works really well for me. Some of you guys are already hopping off Zoom right now because you're like, what? No, too much. But this has really changed my business so much. Like I said, it sorts your friends in order from who you've been friends with longest. And so right now, I did a power hour this morning and I was able to send my 20 reach out messages to people I became friends with on April 27th, 28th, 29th of this year. So they've been following me for 6-7 months now. And if they haven't already reached out to me, then I'm reaching out to them. And I just send a very, very simple message. Okay. And my rule of thumb when I'm messaging is what message would I like to receive? And so I'll just send them a message and I'll say, hey, I don't know if you see a lot of my posts on Facebook, but I thought I'd reach out if you'd be open to checking out a list of the products that I promote. Okay, something like that. Now, the reason why I send this message like that is because number one, I don't know if they see a lot of my posts on Facebook because they may see them, but they maybe never like or comment on them. Or because of the way that Facebook algorithms work, they may have never seen a post before. I'll have a lot of people message me and say, oh no, actually I haven't seen any of your posts. Or they'll say, yeah, I have seen some of your posts. And all I'm asking them to do is check out a list to see the products that we have. That's all I'm asking them to do. I'm not asking them to buy anything. I'm just saying, would you be open to checking out a list? Now, you guys, the products that we have, they're buying other places. They're buying it from big box stores. They're buying it online from other places. And so if you don't ask, then that doesn't give them the opportunity to support you as a person, you as a business owner. And so I just send that message out to them. And then when they say yes, I send them a little product list. And so it's right here. It just has a list of, not all of our products, but some of our top selling products, and then a little review as far as what it does. And it just says, what would you like to try? I can get you my wholesale pricing. And so I just say, hey, check out this list. Let me know 2 to 3 products that just jump out to you, and I can get you more information on it. Okay. And so I've just set myself up for success. I've set them up for success. There's no pressure. It's just like, hey, could you benefit from one of these things? Now, what's going to happen when you send these messages is one of 3 things. Either you're going to get no response, either they're going to say no, or they're going to say yes. Okay. Those are the only 3 things that can happen with this. Okay. Is no response, yes, or no. So let's go ahead and talk about yes. Okay, when someone says yes, you send them the product list over. They pick out their 2 to 3 products that stand out to them the most, and then you're just gonna have a conversation. Okay, so it looks like you're trying to lose weight. How much weight are you wanting to lose? How's your diet and exercise? Do you drink coffee? You're just gonna ask them some questions, and then you're gonna say, okay, I know what would be best for you is let's get you started on our skinny brew and our carb control because you have a hard time, eating healthy, and then our Thermophyte X, so that way we can help you boost some extra calories, and get in that fat burning zone. And if you are brand new and you're not familiar with the products, then what you can do is just go to your website and just look on there. What does it say it does? Okay, read through it and then copy and paste it to them. Screenshot the product info sheet if that's where you're at in your business, and just give them the information that they want, and then explain the customer program and get them signed up. Okay, so it's very, very simple. When they say yes, ask them some questions about what their goals are, recommend the products to them, get them signed up. Okay, now, if they say no, okay, then your job is to not stop there and say, okay, bye, and go crawl in a hole. Okay, no doesn't mean anything to you. You didn't get any information from that no. Okay, you don't know if it's because of the price, you don't know if it's because of they've tried it before, or you don't know if it's the wrong timing. You have no idea. And so my gold nugget for you guys is if someone says no thanks, then just say, that's okay. I appreciate you at least getting back to me, right? Because aren't you appreciative of that? I appreciate you getting back to me. If you don't mind me asking, is there a particular reason why not? Okay, and by doing this, that's going to open up doors to you as a business owner as far as what you need to do differently to help more people. So if they're like, oh, I just don't have money right now. Well, guess what? You didn't even tell them how much it costs. They're already telling you that they don't have money, and you didn't even tell them what it was. It's not that they don't have money. It's that you haven't created the value in the product. They don't feel like they really need it right now. Or maybe they are not used to or don't feel like they can spend anything extra on themselves, okay, to help them reach their goals. And so maybe that's where you bring up the business opportunity. Or if you and your teams are doing a host a post with a cash pot giveaway, maybe you have them host a post for you, and that helps you expand into their network, but also gives them a chance to be able to earn some extra cash. Okay, so no doesn't mean no. It just means not right now, or there's something holding me back. So figure out what that thing is that's holding them back, and then see if you can come up with a solution. The people who are most successful in this business are the people who can come up with solutions. If all you do is come up with problems and then it just makes you get stuck, then you're going to stay stuck. So make sure you figure out what the reason why is, and then you can kind of move on from there. Okay. And then the last thing that's going to happen when you send out these messages, you guys, is that you're going to get no response. And so I've thought really long and hard about this, and I've thought to myself, why are people not responding to me? And when have I personally not responded to other people? And so if you can relate with any of these things that I'm saying, I'm going to have you drop some stuff in the comments, okay? So number 1, has anybody ever sent you a super scripted message? Okay. I got one yesterday, and it still had the quotations around it. I knew it was the message that they were supposed to send to me, that somebody else had sent them, and it was like, hey, Tamika, I'm doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, would you be interested in this? Let me know. And that was the message that they sent to me. And, I read the message and I didn't respond. And the reason why I personally didn't respond, which wasn't very nice of me, okay, don't be that person. I will go back and respond. But the reason why, I didn't respond is because I knew it was a scripted message, and they didn't really care. They didn't really care about me. They were just sending out the message. They were just mass sending it. Okay. If this has ever happened to you, drop a 1. Okay. And that's why they didn't respond. Now, am I mass sending out these messages using my Facebook friends list? Yeah, but like I said, I go look at their page first. So how can I make this a little bit more customized of a message? Like, hey, I don't know if you see a lot of my posts on Facebook, but I was just checking out your page, and I could, see that you've got young kids, and You're a mom, and so I thought that maybe you could benefit from some of these products that we have. Would you be open to checking out a list? Now, all of a sudden, that was specific to them, and they knew that I sent that message to them because I went and looked at their page and I made it a little bit more genuine. Okay. And so, there's nothing wrong with the scripted message, but if you can add on a little bit of extra personalization to it, then it's going to make a world of a difference. Okay. Now, if you don't, because you look through their page and you're like, there is nothing on here that I can relate to or that I could say anything to, because all they do is share stuff all day long. And like, I don't know. So you just send that scripted message out. Okay. So the extra piece that's going to set you apart is the follow-up. Okay, so I go through and I send my messages in the morning, and then at night or in the afternoon, I go through all the messages that I've sent, and the ones who have seen it that haven't responded, I just say, hey, did my message go through? Would that be something you're interested in? I'd love to have you. And so all of a sudden now I did a follow-up, and they're like, oh, they really did want me to participate with that, or they really did want me to respond. Okay, so don't get upset about the no response. It's just that you sent a message that didn't connect with them. And so go connect with them, okay, with a follow-up message. All right, number 2 reason why someone doesn't respond is because they're busy, okay? Drop a 2 in the comments if you have ever opened a message and you're like, I can't do that right now. I'm driving. I'm in the store. My kid is having a crisis. Like, I'll get back to it later. And then you totally forgot. Okay. Drop a 2 in the comments if you've ever done that. All I should see is 2s in here because we've all done it before. And so it's not that they didn't want it. It's not that they said no. It's that they literally forgot to respond to you because they were busy when they opened your message. And so same thing, you're going through at night and you're saying, hey, did my message go through? Hey, would that be something that you're interested in? And you're just sending that follow-up message. Okay. A 3rd reason why people don't respond, and I was this person, I know some of you guys are too, so you're going to drop a 3 in the comments if this is you. You're not interested, but you don't want to say no because you might be interested later. Yeah? Anybody else? Somebody messaged you about anything, right? And you're just like, ooh, I don't really want to say no because that would hurt her feelings. And what if she never follows up with me again? And so I can't say no, but I don't want to say yes because then she'll never stop messaging me. And so I'm just going to leave it on red. Anyone? Right? Like, totally normal. So it's just that they just don't want it right now, but they don't want to tell you no because they might want it later. So same thing, you do a follow-up message. Hey, is that something you'd be interested in doing for me? Have you heard of It Works before? Are there any health goals you're trying to reach? Like, you just send them another message. Okay. And then the last reason I would say that people don't respond to you is because they really didn't even get your message. I went and messaged a girl yesterday and she had written me back and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even get a notification that this even went off. I'm so sorry. And it was like months ago. And I was like, did you still need help with that? They literally didn't get the message. Like, there was a glitch in Facebook Messenger. And so you guys, like, that happens all the time. If that's happened to you, drop a 4. Okay, like someone's messaged you and you didn't get a notification. It didn't show up as bold in your message request or anything like that. Okay, and so you guys, when you're sending out these reach out messages, it is a way to grow your business. And if you don't ask, the answer is already going to be no. Okay, and you're only going to get one of 3 responses. You're going to get a no response in which you're going to follow up with. You're going to get a no, and then you're going to figure out what the reason why is and be able to grow in your business better because of the objections that you're understanding. And number 3, you're going to get a yes. And they might sign right there on the spot. They might sign next week or next Friday when they get paid. They might sign in a couple months. They might sign in a couple years. Some of you guys, you said yes over and over and over again, but it took you over a year to finally, pull the trigger and sign on the dotted line. And so you guys, like, reach out messages are gold. And the other thing that this does for your business is that it helps switch up your newsfeed. So a lot of times when you're on social media, you keep seeing the same people's stuff over and over and over again. So when you're going and you're using, your Facebook friends list, if you have it printed, or maybe you're just sorting your friends from oldest friends first and you're going through on that list like that. But when you reach out to people, then when you go into your newsfeed and you refresh your newsfeed, you're going to start seeing those people in your newsfeed, and they're going to start seeing you in their newsfeed. And so even if they don't respond, guess what? They're seeing your posts. And that's really helping them to kind of, like, that works as a follow-up and to see more about what you're doing. And so it's going to help mix up your Facebook algorithms, whose posts you're seeing. especially when you get in a conversation with other people. And then the last thing that I'll say is the power in sending messages is even if they don't respond, people are nosy. They're going to go see what you're doing. They're going to go watch your stories. And so even if they don't respond when you do a follow-up and you do another follow-up and you do another follow-up, even if they don't respond, they're still seeing your stuff. And so posting and messaging goes hand in hand together. It's so powerful. I know that some people are just like, I'm so against it. I don't want to do those. But I'm like, if you do all of the things, then you can make all of the money. So don't let this hold you back. And so I hope this kind of gave you a different perspective on the reach out message, that, you know, you're not bugging people, you're not annoying people, you're offering them something that's going to help them. All right. So I'm going to hurry and scroll up and see if there's any questions that I need to answer. If you're just hopping on now, make sure you go back and catch the replay. Let's see. What if they tell you they are interested and you tell them when a product is available? Should I message her again? Yes. I mean, I message people multiple times. And as far as the timeline goes, as far as follow-ups, you do what you want. You know, especially come month end when I'm going for a promotion, I will go back and I will follow up with everybody on my follow-up sheet. Like I said, I'll send messages in the morning and I'll do a follow-up in the afternoon. If they haven't responded, but they've seen the message, I'll do a follow-up in the evening. I'll do a follow-up the next day. I'll do a follow-up the next week. I'll wait a month and follow up then again, or maybe I'll wait till I get back to their name on my Facebook list, you know? And so maybe they only get one message a year and that's on their birthday and then on one follow-up. So, don't overcomplicate it. Like just do what you know you need to do. Let's see if there's any other questions. If you guys have some, drop them in the chat real quick. This was so much fun. All right, I don't see any up there. She said, I don't like it works because y'all cold message. Okay, so like I said, if you don't have a cold heart, it's not a cold message. And so my rules of thumb were, don't message brand new friends that you just became friends with. And number 2, go check out their page before you send them a message. Okay, like, and make it personal. Because if you do just mass message without even thinking about the person, then it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good for them, and it's not going to feel good for you either. So just don't have a cold heart, and you don't have anything to worry about. And if anyone says it to you, then just be like, I'm so sorry that you had a bad experience. I'd hate to give you that vibe too, or whatever you want to say, you know. All right, you guys, get your task list done today, your KPI sheet, and make sure that you hold yourself accountable in the comments. We'll see you later.